Okay, we're going to do something called linear regressions. Linear regressions is basically trying to draw the best line you can on a graph that matches these x's and y's. But these x's and y's represent like real things. So it's a word problem, and you're going to use a calculator to draw the line that has the best slope and the best y-intercept that kind of gets close to these x and y's. It's not going to hit them on the nose, but it'll come close, and then you're going to use that um, equation to answer some questions. Okay, so this is about a math teacher who wants to see the correlation between test scores and homework. So you would think that the higher your homework, the better you do in your homework, the higher the test grade. All right. So write the linear regression equation. It's just a line equation that represents this set of data, rounding coefficients to the nearest hundredth. That's key when we enter our answers in Delta Math. And then using this equation, when we get it, estimate the homework grade to the nearest integer. That means no decimals for a student with a test grade of 89. Sorry, I just switched it up. I don't like that problem for a starting problem. But it's a similar story, but in the end, you're going to find the test grade for when you know the homework grade. When you know the homework grade, what is going to be the test grade? Okay, so this is a process. Here are all the homework grades for different students, and these are the grades they got on their test based on their homework. So we're going to copy these values into the calculator. Okay, now the calculator remembers everything. And then we're going to open the statistics calculator. Here we are in a new window, the statistics calculator. It remembers all those numbers. So click, and we're going to paste them in. This saves you a lot of time from having to write or enter all these numbers into your x's and y's. It's just totally a copy of this table. Okay, just copying that table. All right, now we're going to say, hey, I want the calc menu. This stats calculator can do a lot of different things, but I want to pick the one that I want. And the one that I want is linreg. This is linear regression. See that's it says ax plus b. We've been calling it mx plus b, but they call it a. That's fine. It is going to find a slope and intercept equation that comes close to those x's and y's. So that's the calc menu we want. Click that. All right, you can ignore diagnostic and residual for now. Say, calculate me that. Wow. Okay. So what they're telling you is the slope, best slope that'll match all those xy points is this, 0.929 decimal. Not a fraction, but decimals and fractions are the same. And what did they want? They wanted the equation. I'm looking at rounding coefficients. That's the a and the b to the nearest tenth. Okay, nearest tenth, that's fine. So really, this is the slope, and this is the y-intercept, the b. I should say this is the a, and this is the b. They don't need all these decimals to have a pretty good guess at the line. Okay, so that's our first task. We're going to copy this. This is my copy tool. And then go back here, and we're going to put in that equation. Y equals, and I remember they just wanted the nearest tenth. So I'm okay to do 0.9. The 2 is not bigger than 5, so I can cut it off at the 9 and not have to go up. X, because it's ax plus b, and then plus, oh, it's a negative, so I might as well say negative, minus 0.4. And the next decimal is a 3, so it's less than 5, so I'm good to stay with the 0.4. Okay, so this is my line. Now, just so you can see what it looks like, let's graph that line. Okay, that's the line. See, oh, they didn't plot all these points. I thought they would put a plot of all these points. The points that are from the original problem. But that's okay. If they plotted all these, this line would basically move pretty close to them. Okay? So that's your, and by the way, I know this may look like a y-intercept, but look at, it's not even at 0. If this was an xy axis, this down here should say 0. It doesn't. It keeps on going. It keeps on going. But they're just showing you the part that matches all these xy plot points. Okay. So now we've got to answer the question. This is truly our line. Actually, let me just show you real quick what the whole line would look like. Y equals 0.9x minus, what was it? 0.4. 0.4. Okay. But you saw that they didn't show you the entire line. They just showed you like some part of it, like this part right there. You know, because they were in a different, they just wanted to show you that those match all those test scores, which are kind of like around here, the homework scores and the test scores. Okay. So now they want you to answer this question. Find the projected test grade for a student with a homework grade of 62. The homework grade is the X. They want the Y. So homework grade X, homework grade of 62, 62 is our X. So really what I should do is, since homework grade of 62 is our X, what we are going to say is 0.9 times 62, which was our X, minus 0.4. And our answer comes out over here. 55.4. 55.4. And I think, let's see, find the projected test grade. That's not a very good grade. To the nearest integer. An integer means cut off no decimals. That 0.4 doesn't move the next decimal over since it's less than 5. So I think we just go with a 55. Okay? Look, if you get 62 on your homework, probably not going to do very well on the test. You're projected to get a 55 on your test. And let's see if we did everything right.